Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, today we are going to learn how to file GSTR3B. It will be including all the amendments, recent amendments, which was introduced by the government last month. And this whole session is going to be in English. So let's get started. First of all, you need to log in with your user ID and password. Once you log in, you have to click on your return dashboard. And once you click on return dashboard, it will ask you for the month for which you want to file the return. So we are filing for August, then select August and search. So here is all the returns which are applicable to you for the month GSTR 1, 2A, 2B and 3B. So click on 3B prepare online. Here the server is asking whether you want to file the nil return or not. If you want to file the nil return, simply click on yes and then next and sign it, and it is done. But if you want to file, do not want to file nil return, then click on no and then click next. So this is the dialog box which generally says the status of the return which you have filed. You can just close it, and this is the main GSTR3B where all six tabs are there. So we will take one by one all the tabs and see what are the details we need to fill. So first click on tab number 3.1. This tab is generally applicable to all the registered person, and we are required to fill the sales details. In technical terms, sales is called as outward taxable supply in GST. Okay, so in part one, you have to put outward taxable supply other than zero rated, nil rated, and exempt. So this is generally auto populated from GSTR 1. If you have filed your GSTR 1 properly, then it is auto populated. But a very good advantage is this, that if you have filed your GSTR 1 incorrect, you can still edit it. It is in editable form and you can put the correct data here. So our next is outward taxable supply zero rated. Zero rated means the tax supply which you have made to our countries or SEZ unit. And since IGST is applicable, no other tax brackets are active. So our next one is other outward supplies, which is nil rated and exempted. You have to put the detail here. And inward supply is liable to reverse charge. Next is inward supply liable to reverse charge. When a recipient is liable to pay tax, then he has to fill the details here. So if you have taken any, if you have made any supplies, you have to put the details here. And next is non-GST outward supply. In case of non-GST outward supply, you have to put the details here. It is for alcoholic petroleum products, etc. Once you fill all the details, just confirm and it will be saved. Our next tab is tab number 3.11, which is applicable for e-commerce operator. If you have made any supplies through e-commerce, then you have to put the details here. Uh, Point number one is to be furnished by e-commerce operator. Total taxable value, you have to put the total taxable value, IGST, CGST here. And if you have made supplies through e-commerce, then you have to put the values here. Means Flipkart is going to put the value in first part one, and person who is making supply through Flipkart has to put the details in part two. Once you fill all the details, you can confirm and it will be saved. Our next is interstate supplies. So in this, if you have made any supply to unregistered person who is located in other state, you have to put the details here. Suppose if you are registered in Karnataka and you have made any supply to unregistered person in Chandigarh, then you will select Chandigarh and put the taxable value of all the aggregate value of all taxable supplies you have made to him. Okay, so this is state-wise aggregate basis, on aggregate basis. Our next is composition supplies made to yeah, supplies made to composition taxable person. So this is also on aggregate basis. You just need to select the state in which you have made the supplies and taxable value and IGST applicable to it. And next is UIN holder, which is applicable for international communities who are operating in your country. I don't think many of us will be requiring this field. So once you fill all the details, you can confirm and it will be saved. Next is tab number 4, which is eligible ITC. It is most important. Okay, so let's see, and all the major amendments are there are covered in this tab only. So we will be covering all this. So part one is ITC available: import of goods, import of service, inward supplies liable to reverse charge, inward supplies from ISD, and all other ITC. So let's take it one by one. So first one is import of goods. If you have imported any goods from outside the countries, from foreign countries, then you have to put the IGST, which is paid by you during the clearance of goods. But like custom duties you have paid, you have to put the details there. IGST portion only you have to put. Okay. And next is import of service. Similar is import of service. You have to put the IGST value for import which you have made from foreign countries for service. And inward supplies liable to reverse charge. If you have made any, if you have taken any supplies, inward supplies which is liable to reverse charge, where the recipient is liable to pay the tax, you have to put the details here. Okay. And inward supplies from ISD. ISD is input service distributor. Suppose you have multiple branches across India, and you are taking accounting service from a firm which is charging which is raising a single bill. Then you need to bifurcate all the ITC from that accounting service of that accounting service to all these branches. So there is a specific formula by which you can bifurcate this ITC among your branches, and this ISD is required to issue the invoice. So according to that invoice issued by the ISD, you need to claim your ITC. Our next is all other ITC. All other ITC, this column is auto populated from 2B. Okay, and you just need to reconcile whether it has been auto populated properly or not. It is in editable form. If it is not as per your, as per the correct data, you can amend it. So our next is part B, which is IDOS, and this is where there is amendment, recent amendment made. As you can see, is as per rules 38, 42, and 43 of CGST rules and section 17 subsection 5. So rule 42 is applicable for apportionment of input tax credit, input and input services, and 43 is applicable for apportionment of capital goods, and section 17 subsection 5 is for uh, ineligible or blocked ITC. Okay, so if you have taken any services or consumed any capital goods, then you have to make the reversal here. This is a kind of permanent reversal. Okay, if you have according to section 17 subsection 5, you have consumed any beverages, or you have taken any cosmetic service, cosmetic surgery services, or if you have taken any catering services for your employees, then you need to reverse the ITC by filling the details here. Okay. And others, in others it is temporary ITC reversal. Temporary ITC reversal comes when, suppose if you have purchased any goods from a supplier and if you have failed to make the payment within 180 days, then as per GST provision you need to reverse this ITC. It is just an example, it is not a specific case. And next case could be, suppose you have purchased a good from your supplier, but you have not received your goods. It is still lying with your supplier, and that supplier has filed his GSTR return. So since that supplier has filed his GSTR return, it will be reflecting in all other ITC in this point number 5. And since you are not eligible to claim the ITC, you need to reduce it from by putting it in other column. You need to put it here, and then it will available ITC will be available here. It will be auto calculated. I hope you understand. If you have any query, comment, and I will just give you the exact explanation. Okay, so next one is ITC reclaimed which were reversed under table 4B part 2. 4B part 2. Okay, so table, this is table number 4. Okay, part B, and this part 2 means they are talking about the temporary reversal. I told you that if you have purchased any goods or services from a person, from a supplier, and you have not made payment within 180 days, then you need to reverse the ITC by putting the details here. Okay, suppose after 180 days you have not made the payment and you have reversed, but in next month you make the payment, then you are eligible to claim the ITC again. So this is where you can put the details and claim the ITC. Suppose in second case, you have not received your goods, but your supplier has filed a GST return and that ITC is available here. So you need to reverse it by putting the detail in other column in this IGST, CGST and SGST. But once you receive the goods, you can reclaim that ITC by putting the detail in D1, table number D1. Okay, I hope you understand. And next is ineligible ITC under section 16.4 and ITC restricted due to POS rule. So ITC restricted due to POS rules means, I will give you an example. Suppose you are a person registered in Kolkata and you go to Mumbai for any business purpose and you stay in a hotel. If you go to Mumbai and stay in a hotel, that hotel is going to issue invoice on which it will be charging CGST and SGST. But since you are registered in West Bengal, you need IGST invoice. But since that place of supply is in Mumbai only, Maharashtra only, then it is not eligible. It is not liable to issue you IGST invoice. So this is the case where your ITC is blocked or it is ineligible ITC. So once you fill all the details, you can confirm and then save. So click on cancel so that we can go back to our main tab. And all other this table number 5 and table number 5.1 is very easy. So 5 table number 5 says that from a supply, if you have taken any supplies from composition scheme exempt or nil rated, then you need to put the details here: interstate supply and intrastate supply. This is generally for bifurcation of revenue between the states and it has no implication on your computation. Okay, if you have taken a non GST supply, then you need to put the details here and confirm. And the next one is 5.1, interest and late fees for previous tax period. So late fees you have to it is auto populated by the portal, and interest you have to put whatever the interest is applicable in case of fraud or any in case of fraud. And if you have claimed excess ITC, then different rates of interest is applicable, like 18%, 24%. So you have to put the details here. Okay, you have to calculate it and put the details. So one is once you put all the details, you can confirm. So, guys, this was all about GSTR 3B and including all the amendments. If you have any problem, you can just comment below and I will reply to that comment. So, hope you like the video, guys, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.